thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me?
Talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice.
Are growing out, and the only way the roots grow out every single day and they grow stronger and they grow better is if that we all water.
What? Well, I'm out, man.
What's up? Happy Monday night. I am Chip at Chip for the Birds, and joined, as always, by my co-host, JD Oracle at _Oracle, making up the tag team tandem of Chip and Drip. What's up, buddy?
Man, I'm running crazy this week. This week we're doing at my high school, at Greer High School in South Carolina, we're doing kids basketball camp.
Okay.
So if you've been to any type of basketball camp or any type of kids event, you know it's a shit show. Like it's nuts. It's nuts. It's like kids everywhere, but it's like the most fulfilling time when I get to see a kid who's never made a basket before hit his first shot. You know what I'm saying? It's fulfilling, dude. I can't wait. I love it. I can't wait to day 2, and then of course by day 4, they like all think they're professional. They all think they're Steph Curry. So it's all good.
They are professional. They are professional. Yeah, we had a super hectic weekend celebrating the missus's birthday. We went up to the Poconos and decided to not do anything relaxing. Instead, we went hiking and high rope course climbing and zip lining and Dorney Park. And
you guys are too active for me. I'm gonna be honest. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I normally go. When I go. When I go to vacation, I vacation. You know what I'm saying? Mojitos, I don't even drink. I did get in the virgin joints and I just sit on the beach and just drink mojitos. Virgin. You got some comments coming in, bro.
We got comments rolling in. Chris, what's up? How's it going? Maddie's checking in. Hi, everybody. Hi, Drew. Hi, Chip. How's camp? Camp is awesome. We're going tubing down the Delaware tomorrow. We were actually talking about this in the green room. I had to buy my first pair of mock Crocs. So these are Nordies. I don't know how I feel about them.
Can we talk about this for a minute? I know we talked about this off. Can we talk about this? So
go ahead.
The thought process about Crocs. As I get older, everybody knows I'm a sneakerhead. So I am wanting to be like super into like comfort now. Like I love my Jordans. Like don't be wrong, I got a million of these things. These are just floating around today. I got a million of these. But like I want to be comfortable now. Like you know what I'm saying? I want like some. I'm not big into toe sandals though. Because I don't really like to see my toes, but the Crocs do they give you the comfort, and you don't have to wear socks like with slides. So like I just throw on a Croc, it covers my nasty toenails, and then I can still be comfortable and cool. So I'm down for Crocs, and I was wearing Crocs before that was cool. So I had like some that looked like Sperry's on the back half. The back half looked like Sperry's. Then it had a tie in the front. They were great.
Right. I respect it.
Okay, so just wait now. If you're hating on Crocs, you're hating on me, and that means that you don't want comfort in your life.
I'm not hating on Crocs. I just think that they are absolutely god awful, and I couldn't even bring us. We had to get my older son a pair, and they were $40. I got myself a pair of Nordies for $10.
Yeah, but the comfort level that people are wearing, huh?
They're comfortable. Problem is, I also wear a size 13 shoe, so.
Yo, anything you wear is going to be out of comfort. Chip, how tall are you?
I am 5'11".
So I am 6'2", and guess what size shoe I wear?
6.5.
I wear a 10. Like I wear the most generic size shoe, a 10. Generic shoe.
Wait,
11
so I'm walking around looking like Bozo the Clown, and here you are looking like take my strong toes.
Yeah, I have small hands too, which is actually really terrible because I played point guard in college, so it's like just really weird. I would never made it through the draft. What up, Adam?
Adam checking. So we got a fun one going on. Like first off, I want to give a shout out to my boys from Fired Up Podcast, Philly.
Yes.
Apparently, I followed the rules of a competition, and I won this jersey from them.
Oh, nice.
It's a vintage throwback Darren Dalton jersey.
I'm not mad about it.
It's super comfy.
My shirt is better.
My wife's walking around wearing a shirt. This is John.
John.
But this is
in and say hi.
Adam says he wore Crocs at his job in the kitchen. But that, again, that makes sense. Except you got food between your toes.
T, when are you gonna come on another show? Like we need you on the show.
Hold on, she's got to get the earpiece in there.
Hi.
Before you yell at her. See, John.
John.
So,
oh God, we can't. You got to get that shirt now. Your husband is obsessed with that word.
What, John?
No, the B word.
Oh, I know.
You know he has to. He's obsessed with it, and you might have to get a shirt.
I know. I'm aware.
Okay, and you have to have the O's on the each two. You know, breasticles.
I know, but if he's got students, it gets weird.
I know.
When they find us on social media.
like we were talking about like our next set of tattoos, and we want to do like the cute like, oh, like I'm gonna get like a Princess Tila from Masters of the Universe.
But that's where my name's from.
Even though I've never watched a single episode, and she's gonna get like a little chip teacup from Beauty and the Beast.
Yep.
Dude, I was looking at like the tattoos. I'm gonna be it's gonna be a hooderific tattoo.
They are this show is sexualized. It's called He-Man. Like
my dog is boxing me out right now. Good Lord.
No, you better get out. You better get out the hole.
yeah.
So
I just wanted to come say hi and say
you're stuck now. You're stuck now. It's summertime now. T, you're stuck now. You're in the show. You're here. You're here to stay.
I don't have anything to say.
You can't. We haven't started yet. This is it. This is
All
time.
right, so here we go. We're gonna play Ask an Umpire.
Let's go. Me and Tila.
All right. So
Shit. I slid on in at the wrong time.
Slid in these DMs at the wrong time.
title
said-
your sex tape. So everyone who watches the show knows that I am an umpire, which means, of course, when you know an umpire, what do you do when there's a call that you have a question about?
You asked them.
You ask an umpire. So needless to say, I'm checking my
We're doing great so far.
my Facebook Messenger, and my buddy Chris O'Connor, who I was talking to because we were up at the Poconos. He asked me this like super complex question.
Okay.
And I gave my answer, and I was like 90% sure.
Okay.
He's like, cool. I said, but let me check with my umpire guy. So I checked with the guy who employs me.
Oh, gotcha. I thought you were going to check with the group. And
I asked him, and he goes, I think that's right, but let me check. So that's the level of complex this is. It took two people checking.
Okay.
Facts. I'm 100% right with my decision. So I'm going to tell you the situation, and you have to tell me how you would rule the call.
Is it a baseball call?
It is a baseball call. It's Ask an Umpire.
All right.
What else would it be?
I don't know, man. I thought you were going to ask me like things like choices of life. Like, oh, yeah, you're the umpire in this one. Like, pick it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who's right or wrong?
No, but that's going to be a new segment. That's going to be a new segment.
Okay, got it. All right, let's do it.
We're gonna call it judgment call.
Okay, perfect. Like, I'm down for it. I'm going to probably get this wrong.
But this is not that.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so this is called Ask an Umpire. Here is the question.
Oh, God.
There is a runner on first and third.
Okay.
Okay. There are no outs.
Okay.
All right. So you have this basic situation.
Yes.
The ball is hit down third base.
Third base line. Okay. Yes.
Okay. The guy on third is standing on third base. The ball hits him. What is the call?
The ball hit him?
When the batter hit the ball, it hit the guy who's standing on third base.
It's fair ball.
And then it bounced to the shortstop.
It's fair ball. It's just fair ball.
Okay.
And then if he runs, so there's a run on third. So he can't leave because he's on third, but he's clearly on the base at the time. So he can't get tagged out because he's already on the base.
Okay.
And then the runner at first.
Has to run.
Okay.
No, he doesn't have to run
because first base
has
would
to
run to second.
Run to second, yep.
Yeah, it has to run to second.
Okay. Adam's weighing in here saying the runner is safe.
Runner safe.
Yeah, I would.
But he can run though. Well. But he has the option to run after the ball hits him because he's on base already. If the ball hits him and then rolls to the shortstop, he could have the opportunity to run. I think it's a fair ball, and I think we play it like normal. Are we wrong?
So what exactly is the specific question? Is the question is the runner out? Is the question is the third base? Is third base out? What is the question?
There is a call that you're in the fadey zone. So why don't you let me turn off my background real quick.
Listen, guys,
we need to see those golden locks.
Oh, I wasn't even trying to be in this. I'm having a terrible Crohn's flare up. I'm just like trying to be not here.
You're here, and we're here for it. And we're here
barely. I'm barely surviving right now, guys.
The umpire in the situation has to make a call.
Okay.
For what? Because the ball hit the guy at third?
Correct.
That's what I'm asking.
Fair. The call is fair. He's fair. He's running safe.
Is the question, is that guy out because the ball hit him? Is that what you're trying to
I am trying to figure out what the call would be in this situation.
I think that the guy would be out because he doesn't have to run to
No,
advance.
he wouldn't be out.
Stay where he is. But the person at first has to run to second because the person
is coming
who
to
hit the
first.
ball has to run to first.
Okay.
But then that would mean that probably if it gets knocked over, that the runner on first going to second would probably be out.
Well, depending on how fast the shortstop got it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So in my estimation, here's my umpire hat. The runner at third is safe with the option to run home, but he does not have to run home. So runner is safe, and then let it play how it's gonna play.
What say you?
I don't think he has to run, and I think that he would be safe. If the ball hits him, but he's already on the base, it doesn't count. It wouldn't matter. Just like anything else, if the ball hit you, but you're already on the base.
Yes, and if the guy was off base, it would be out. Yes, I would agree. Full-heartedly. Are we right?
No.
How?
Okay, so a couple of things. First off, Adam is right with this. If the guy's off the base and he gets hit, he's out.
Well, correct.
Provided that he is the first line. So, like, if a fielder had a chance to field the ball and didn't, and then it hit the guy's not out. If the first thing that the ball interacts with is the runner and it hits him, then the guy's out.
Mm-hmm.
So,
if it's already gone through a line of the defense, then the runner's not. It just the plays on.
Question: what if it hit? Yes. What if it's a grounder?
Doesn't matter.
It makes contact with the ground first.
Doesn't matter.
This is absolutely preposterous.
It all depends on if the defense has an opportunity to make a play on the ball before it hits the runner.
This is wild. Like, this is why baseball is one of those.
So this right here is why people get in trouble for this, because no one knows the rules. Here is the correct ruling. You ready for this? First thing I'm going to tell you is the bases are not sanctuaries.
That makes no absolute sense. That's the opposite of what you learn.
Yeah, but they
don't. Because the bases
don't have to run.
But because the bases are in fair territory, they are not sanctuaries.
Chip, think about what you're telling me. If you run to the base and I tap the base, I'm safe.
Because nobody's on second.
That's different. If they tap or tag the runner who's standing on the base, that's different. If you just happen to be on the base and the ball hits you, you're in fair territory.
That makes no sense. The bases are not sanctuaries. That makes no sense.
You have to run.
Correct, but the ball still hit him, and it hit him before it hit anything else.
I would kick dirt on your shoes, like legit.
For sure. There would be an ejection over this decision.
Because my thing is, okay, if it would be different if I didn't have to tap the base to be safe, because that's what they call it, safe, for that very reason. So it should be a sanctuary because it's called safe.
Because the player did not get to the base before the runner did. That's why he's safe. But if the ball hits the guy. So here's the end result. Let's go to the ending and work our way back.
let's go back.
Let's go back. So here is the final outcome of this situation. Again, for those of you just tuning in, we're playing Ask an Umpire, and we're realizing why people get ejected a lot.
This is why I don't watch baseball. Viewership is way down because of this.
Because you have to know intricate things like this.
Like, it shouldn't come down to this. It's like your base is safe. Period.
I just want to point out, though, that refs in football have far easier calls, and they blow the fuck out of them all the time. And
Yep.
and
He's gonna say it.
In the meantime, there are umps getting dirt kicked on their shoes
for knowing these rules
because it's so complex. Like, you usually in baseball don't have to ask these questions a lot of the times because the umps know what they're doing.
And again, I want to point out that
But
I'm
the
not.
NFL refs.
I want to point out that I'm not even that good of an umpire, and I got this one right.
I mean, that's not true.
I'm okay. I'm learning, but I got this one right.
You know baseball though, so anybody can be an ump. It's just if you want to take that scrutiny. So I have this to throw out there because let's just play devil's advocate.
I haven't answered the question yet.
Oh, go.
Still?
I haven't told you the final result of the play. So again, for those of you just tuning in, we're playing Ask an Umpire. The situation is there's a runner on first and third. There are no outs. Guy hits the ball towards third base. The runner on third is on third base. The ball hits him and bounces toward the shortstop. And I said, what is the call? Here is the final outcome of the play.
This is what really happened.
This is how it should be ruled.
Oh.
Number one, it is an immediate dead ball. The play is over.
Play is over if he gets hit.
The play is over because it hit a runner before the defense had a chance to field the ball.
Can I guess it real quick?
Yes.
The runner takes first and the runner takes second.
The batter gets first base.
Booyah!
The runner that was on first gets second.
The third is out.
Third is out.
I knew it. There was some type of trick fuckery out there. Like I got it right.
And I guarantee you there's an ejection on this play because
on third base.
Because the offensive coach comes out losing his mind because he doesn't know the rule.
But okay, so can I throw this out there?
Now you may talk. Yep.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. I wanted to throw my hand up, but thank you. All right.
Yes.
As an educator and as a sports enthusiast like myself, the fact that the normal person does not know that bases aren't sanctuaries isn't actually a problem because there's many kids who play baseball knowing the basics of the rules, and most coaches know the basics of the rules. Like in basketball and football, the rules are pretty straight. Like, listen, don't run out of bounds, like, the normal stuff. But I've never had a person say to me, the thing that I'm trying to get to so I'm not out no longer is the thing that will keep me safe from getting out. Like, think about how crazy that sounds. It's like,
do you want to know why, JD?
I don't know, man. It's gonna blow my mind.
Go all the way back to when you were 2, 3, 4, 5 years old and you were playing tag.
Yeah.
When you're tired and you don't want to run anymore, what do you run to?
Base.
Because that's where you're safe.
Right, but that's what I'm saying.
Which is why all the way from that young age, people just assume that if I get on base, I'm safe.
No, Chip. I'm saying the literal verbiage says you're safe.
Yeah.
Like when you call somebody safe or out, you be like, safe, out. Like that's what you say. Like,
he's saying in this instance, because they don't have to advance, it shouldn't matter because he's safe on base.
Except the run, exactly what Mike has here. The runner cannot interfere with the ball just because he's on the bag. The bag is in fair territory.
This is all. So this is all I want.
So say that there's
I get it.
So say that there's a pop fly behind first base, right? And the runner waits on first base, but the guy trying to catch the ball has to stand there. The runner is required to move, or he's going to get called for interference.
But is he automatically out?
What about the time that that Nathan was running and the catcher got in his line, the second baseman or whatever?
But you can run him over, right?
Got in his line. Hold on. Like Nathan literally was just running straight and the guy stepped into his path. Nathan was out.
Correct. Because the runner is allowed to take one step out of the base path.
Mm-hmm.
And the defensive player has to have an opportunity to field the ball.
This is why I don't watch baseball. This shit is bananas. Like, I'm out of here.
It's complex.
It's weird as shit.
It's
like, why? Just make simple rules for it. This is a children's game, and people are like legitimately like. This is what guess what I hate about sports is we start kids out playing a children's game, and we pay them millions of dollars to play it, and then we have other grown men who now referee these games, who is a child's game, and because it's a child's game, it should have childlike rules. But somehow down the line, as you get higher up in the game, they add all these different rules to make it more complex.
Well, because you got to earn that money.
Yeah, because it's really just a child's game.
But it's not. But it's not even that with baseball. Do you know that there are multiple rule sets for this game?
This is wild.
There's OBR. There is National High School Federation. There's Major League rule. I mean, there is. I have an app on my phone which has all the different rule sets.
Just like in college football, their rules are different than they are in regular football for certain things. They're not all the same.
Adam, in answer to this question, I mean, you don't see it a lot in professional sports, but you do see it in like little league sports when you have these morons coming to games drunk. Situations where you have ejection happy people, and the tournament director basically can go, "Hey, we'll do this with the other umpire, and you can go. Like, we'll pay you, but I need you to leave. You're affecting the game."
I got what you're saying. So yeah, they can kick out the kicker out.
We've seen some refs who
there's two guys I will not work with.
So he's a part of this umpire group on Facebook.
Oh,
and a lot of them are like, "Oh, well, I would do this," like big dick swinging, but they have small dick energy, you know. So,
SDE.
He'll like ask a question, and they'll be like, "Oh," like they puff their chest. I'm like, sit down. Like,
but not to be confused with ED. Probably.
Erectile dysfunction.
Right. Well, like
SDE, and then you got ED.
It's all small dick energy to me. Anytime I hear that.
Why do they always call the infield fly roll effect like automatically, even before the player catches the ball with the bases loaded? Okay, so infield fly roll is only applicable in very few situations. You can have it in when there is a runner on first and second with no outs or one out. You can have it with the bases loaded with no outs or one out. Those are the only two situations where you can have that. And the fear is that there's a pop fly and the fielder just waits and waits and lets it hit the ground and then quickly gets a double play or a triple play out of it. They call an infield fly so that the defense can't cheat.
Somebody possessed in your house?
No, it was like, I think my computer just like
sneezed. I think your computer's tired of asking umpire.
It's like, I'm thinking my computer's like, fool, you don't know nothing about baseball. Why are you wasting these people's time? Like, guessing.
But it is crazy, and people don't he'll come home and he'll tell me stories, and I'm like,
but did you have fun?
Yeah, I'm like, did you have fun? He's like, yeah. Because some games take forever.
Yeah.
Do you and Sarah share a brain?
He's had to.
Do you and Sarah share a brain, his wife?
Yes. Why? Okay.
Because I'm like, she says the same thing. I'm like, basketball practice was so trash. They missed every layup. They're the worst. And then she'll be like, but did you have fun? I'm like, no. No, like, they were trash today. Like, no, I had to yell at kids.
Parts of it can still be fun. You still like the game, so it's fine.
I don't like to lose, Tila. I don't know if you noticed about me.
I'm a positive person. So I'm always like, but, you got to do the thing that you like. And right, Scoop? He can't get over to me fast enough. I know. So
this is what we're doing. His tail is really going to town right now.
Yeah, he gets really obsessed.
He's
just staring at me. I keep leaning because he's staring at me over by the stairs. I know.
If it was a man staring at you like that, you'd be like stranger danger.
Creeped out. I'd be creeped out. Yeah. Well, listen, I would have to be like under his eye. I'd have to be like, blessed would be the fruit now. We don't know.
Oh, gosh.
I'm real angry.
Oh, gosh.
So move on. Yeah, I'm going to go lay down.
Oh, God. Okay. T, thank you for stopping in with us and trying to be on the power.
Thanks, guys. I just, again, DSW is where I got this shirt.
DSW. Sure. Okay, got it.
I'm out. Bye, guys. Here's your ear.
All right.
So, yeah.
All right.
That was asking umpire. I wanted to throw that out there, see what people knew.
Some people are smart.
Real quick, let's continue with baseball. Do the Phillies stand a chance without Bryce Harper?
No.
And I agree. And there's a lot of talk about, them making a big move at the trade deadline or getting another bat because no. Just getting another player at the trade deadline to compete during this season because they did go over the luxury tax. They did spend a lot of money. But the problem is they have nothing to trade. The farm system is empty.
Yes.
So that's
why we have no pitching.
Right. That's why we have no pitching or inconsistent pitching at best.
Yes.
But this team is making a run. This team is doing what they need to do right now. However, you don't lose an MVP caliber player and the MVP and still expect to compete at the highest level, especially when the teams in the East are doing what they're doing.
Question.
All those games just with him.
True.
Question. Would you assume that he's out for the season?
So they're looking at it right now, and right now the latest that they say is it's surgery is likely. They're going to look at a couple other things. They're hoping by August he's back because there's 14 weeks left in the season. Because remember, they got the late start because of the strike.
I know nothing about baseball, so every time we go here, I just
there was a strike. Well, the problem is it's the only major show for the next 2 months. You know what I mean? We could talk about the USFL and the Stars being in the championship.
I don't care about hockey either. So those are two sports.
So that's football.
Don't care about hockey either.
Congrats to the Avalanche.
Yeah, I don't care about hockey either.
All right, some breaking news.
Oh, God.
It's a Woj bomb.
Uh-oh.
John Wall is going to sign with the Clippers.
That's disgusting.
I know. Barrera, I know there's the union, cough, cough. I know nothing. I'm like JD talking about baseball when it comes to the union. I know that they have a soccer ball. I know Chad Johnson is a fan.
I'm going to be honest with you guys. I like the union. They are winners, at least one of the more winning teams in Philadelphia. So, yes, I would say that I will pull for the union.
Of course I'm pulling for him. But it's like, for me, it's like when we were all big Soul fans.
Yeah, that was rough.
I have a Soul jersey. But the problem is like, the union is better than that.
Oh, yeah.
And soccer is a international sport.
Right, but do we have a really big international player? Like, that's the like, if, like, let's say we got Messi. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that's like a thing, but let's say we did.
Thank you, Mike.
You know, Mike, you are a man. Can we go to this Adam question real quick?
Yes.
I'm really trying to jump in.
Is Kyrie Irving staying with the Nets? Is Kevin Durant staying with the Nets? Is Ben Simmons ever going to play for the Nets?
Ben Simmons is going to play for the Nets. I think he's going to play first game of the season next year.
And then have another back injury. I'm really excited that he went fishing.
Yeah, he's fine. They've all been fishing since the first week of the playoffs. So they've all been fishing. Second of all, I would like to throw this out there. Kyrie is one of the biggest question marks of this offseason. And because there's always the chance he could possibly leave, even though there's rumors that, Katie's already talked to him, he's good to go. There's just too much talk about them possibly trading him for it to be like hoopla. You know what I'm saying? Just to be clickbait. So I think there's some validity there. I think that we could possibly see Kyrie and KD, because the Kyrie KD experiment did not work. Just like the process did not work. So
no.
So they may be looking to retool. Like that's the word they use for let's blow it up. They may be looking to retool. They may be looking to do some things, get some cap space, get a younger group in there. Because they leveraged a lot of their young talent trying to acquire Kevin Durant and stuff. So listen, let's see what, like Karis LeVert, like he was one of the byproducts of them trying to get better and win now. So it is what it is. I think we should all just like kind of get ready for like a rough ride this summer. And we don't know what our Sixers are going to do either. So they haven't made any move that makes me feel confident they're going to be any better than they were last year. So, everybody's talking about PJ Tucker. Like
so I got one for that.
Let's go. Let's do it. We're already in NBA. Let's do it. Do we have the wheel tonight?
What's that?
Do we have the wheel tonight?
We do not have the wheel tonight. We started doing. I didn't even come up with an agenda for the show because I was like, I know what we're going to talk about, a little bit of chat here and there, and we already haven't talked about any of those things.
All right, let's try to get some of this stuff knocked out. We're at 29 minutes. Can we rapid fire this thing?
All right, here we go. Topic number 1. Apparently, the number that is needed is 3-year, $30 million for PJ Tucker. Absolutely not.
Listen, the Philly faithful is saying yes. They pay it.
He is 37 years old.
He's 39 in dog years, or 109 in dog years.
Absolutely not.
Listen, I'm all for wanting an aggressive defensive stopper. I'm just not paying top price for a dude who can't win a chip. Like
no,
he goes everywhere he goes, he misses the chip. Like he's supposed to be that missing piece.
And again, like we made the draft night trade.
Oh, did he? Oh, no, did he get one with Milwaukee?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, all right.
But again, not as like a focal piece. It was a total role player. You're not paying $30 million to a role player.
It's just that so let's be real. The market is saturated.
1-year deal. That's it.
The market is saturated. I say you give him a 1-year deal. You let him show improve. And if he can show improve, I say you give him 10 of the 30 and you let him show improve and see if he gets the other 20. You're going to get his best output with getting him year to year, in my opinion.
So I look
what is
at
happening. Well, can you pull up these Barreras?
Barreras common, yeah. So problem with Sixers is they want to overload on free agency and older players and sacrifice youth. Yeah, they want what they call the LeBron James plan, where everybody kind of flocks around Joel Embiid because they see him as a championship caliber player.
I don't know why people assume that. Like that's what's pissing me off about this whole 76er debacle. And if you say that, you're a hater. Like, I'm not a hater. I'm just being honest. Joel hasn't been out of the second round. So what makes you think that a player like PJ Tucker is going to help him get out of there? They brought in James Harden, who was a previous MVP. I see him running heels. He still looks slow as shit. And he doesn't look like he's getting better. So I'm going to be real with you. And he's going
to opt into like a $47 million deal. Like, he's going to take a pay cut to bring it. And again, that's the right call. But you can't tell me that Harden for $47 million and PJ Tucker for $30 million
are the same player.
And push us over the hump. Like, yes, they were able to unload Danny Green, which I think is, obviously he's hurt. He was older. Like, I'm forever thankful for Danny Green. He did his job when he was here.
Did he?
He did his job when he was here. He was coming off back-to-back championships. He made them at least serious contenders. And then, you have the Ben Simmons choke. You have the Embiid broken face and everything. Like, situations happen. Danny Green did his job. But I don't think that the guy that got is a huge improvement.
The Lofton kid.
No, Melton.
Oh, yeah. The guy from the
Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies. Listen, man, I'm going to be honest with you. I've said this from day one. Can you take Mike's comment down real quick? I don't want to disrespect Mike because Mike is one of the good guys in the game.
I love Mike.
Love him to death. One of my favorite people in the whole world. I don't want to misconstrue what I'm saying. So let me be very clear and concise. My whole thing is based on Daryl Morey coming in. And he's supposed to be the savior of this team. He hasn't delivered. And it's not because he can't bring in the big name. He can get the big name here. That's cool. But he can't put the right role players in place to win the chip. He wasn't able to do it in Houston. It's not about the blockbuster deals. And I think that's what everybody gets caught up on. Like, oh, he brought in James Harden, or he brought, he's only been able to bring James Harden. Like, if that's his claim to fame, then he's not batting 1,000. He's batting probably like 300. Like, the dude's got no chips. He's looking, every time you see him, he looks older and older. I'm not looking forward to this thing. We need to go get Adam Sandler and give him a shot at it.
My thing is this. I always judge. I say this on every single damn show. It's ridiculous. I judge an offseason based on, did the team get better than when they ended the season? Okay?
We've never done that.
That's my marker. This Sixers team did not get better than where they were. They got older, but they didn't get better.
Can we talk about a team that did get better this offseason?
Sure.
Can we pivot real quick?
Sure.
These Eagles, I'm not going to lie to you.
Okay, yeah, but then we got to get right back to basketball. I got more things in there.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can I talk about these Eagles?
Yes.
I am so impressed with Jalen Hurts. Like, I mean, beyond the moon impressed with this kid. First of all, he's a pillar to his community. So let's just throw that out there.
Agreed.
Point blank, period. We never have to worry about this guy going to a massage parlor. Like, we never have to worry about that.
Yo.
Listen, I'm
here for it. Did you see some of the other stuff that was coming out about him?
Yeah, but like, you know what's crazy is I keep doing this. Every time they give me something for shock value, which the sewers are putting out information about these situations. But then I thought to myself, I'm like, this went to 2 grand juries and they couldn't charge him with anything. So
but there's still people out there who are like, no, we're not taking the payout. We're taking this all the way.
And that's fine. But let's be real.
Like, he's going to be suspended this season.
And that's absolutely fine. Like, nobody's going to
argue. The Seahawks are already leaking the Baker Mayfield jersey.
So I'm going to also be real with you again about something. I feel like not only do I believe that these chicks are holding out because of just wanting him to burn, I just don't think he's going to, unfortunately.
I'm telling you, it's too much of the same thing that there has to be some truth to it.
But the thing about though, Chip, is the reason it hurts them, even for the grand jury, because my cousin's a lawyer and I talked to him about it. You know, we've had plenty of conversations about it. And I said, listen, like, why is this not getting an indictment? Because he's like, well, honestly, the stories can be corroborated because they let too much stuff get out. Like, they weren't closed lip. Women went on TV. They did all these things. So now it could be woman 42 could be taking the same story for woman 24, and it could just be could not be, valid. So there's possible. And, and that's what's leaving a reasonable doubt for a criminal case. But a civil case, I could sue you if I slip in your house. And that's just my word versus yours. Like, I could have literally slipped on purpose. But because it's civil, I don't have to prove without reasonable doubt. I just have to prove that there's a grievance here. And I feel like I need this up to the judge to decide if that's, calls for paying out or whatever. So I'm all for, women getting justice with this Deshaun Watson dude and, doing all this. But I just believe there's going to be more hurt hearts here than anything. And some of the women who have taken the money, it just leads me to believe that there is a reason why 20 of the 24 took the settlement.
Because it was the easy way out.
I don't know if it's the easy way out, though, Chip.
But, I mean, look, what it comes down to, I agree with that. I'm glad that the Eagles didn't take him because, as you were saying at the beginning of this, Jalen Hurts is the pillar of the community. You know what I mean? It only matters what you can prove. Burden of truth is much higher than criminal and civil.
Yep.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Like I said, I do think that Deshaun Watson has to sit out this season, in which case he's 2 years removed.
I don't think he's sitting out the whole season, Chip. I think they're going to try to suspend him for the entire year. I think they're going to appeal it, and after 7 or 6 games, like they said at the beginning, he'll be playing again. Unfortunately, that's the world we live in because money talks and bullshit walks. And it doesn't matter. They just took all women's rights away like the other day. So I don't know why we're thinking that they're going to do something to respect women at some point. Like, that's not happening here. So let's be real. Like, they're going to suspend him indefinitely. He's going to get the 6-game suspension like they've done for Josh Gordon. Every single time they've suspended this dude, he gets the minimum. He repeals it. He comes back in 6 games. That's what the Browns are banking on. And I think they're going to bank right because all the stuff is coming out now. 20 of the 24 charges have been resolved. So there only leaves 4. We know how that looks. Like, more have said, okay, we're good with it. You've apologized for whatever you've done. And clearly none of it's criminal at this point because they aren't able to, prove it without, I guess, that shadow of a doubt. Is that what it is?
Beyond reasonable doubt.
The beyond reasonable doubt. So I think there's still so much doubt in there because it's his word versus her word. So
right.
I think he should be done, but they don't value women here, and I hate it here. So
I hate it here. All right, so one of the things that I wanted to do tonight is I wanted to do a show called Bad Takes and Bad Breaks. So I was on my time hop the other day, and I came across a tweet that I put out.
Yes.
And I saved it because I'm like, wow, I was an idiot all those years ago.
Tweet purgatory.
But you know what? I'm bringing it up because you know what? Not all of them are winners. And I went with the information that I had at the time.
Okay.
So before I put up this one, I would like to share some of my other brilliant tweets that I had.
Do I get to comment on the tweet that you put up?
You do.
Okay.
I'm going to share some of these tweets that I had.
And then maybe I'll grab some of my old. Well, I'm not really wrong.
I'm not putting them up, but I just remember what they were.
Okay, let's do it.
The one that I have is I'm putting it on the screen.
Oh,
so one of my terrible tweets. In fact, let me make sure that the people joining late get the official. We're going to call this Bad Takes Recap, so that people know. Bam. So now it's official.
What's your wham? What's your wham? Before we start, what's your wham?
My wham?
Yeah, your wham. What's your wham?
What's my wham? What do you mean?
Words per, what is it? Is it words a minute? Words per minute or something?
Words per minute, WPM?
Yeah, but somebody said we used to call it wham. We used to call it wham or whip 'em or something. Maybe wham.
My words per minute is pretty good. I'm a pretty good typer.
Dude, I'm a chopper. I just like finger.
I took a keyboarding class in 9th grade. My parents made me take it. I went, oh, why? Why are you doing it? Best class I ever took. I tell it to all my students.
Like I'm a Man, I go to town with it though. I'm like nice with it. I probably got my wham's probably still high with the 2 fingers. 2-finger method. Did we lose Chip? I'm pretty sure we lost Chip. Or maybe you guys lost me. Or maybe nothing's happening.
I broke the internet, y'all. I don't know what's going on. I think I'm back. Let me know if I'm back, y'all. I broke the internet.
Oh, you broke the internet.
I'm here. I'm here.
See that. We see that.
I'm back. Adam, I'm back. Johnny, I'm back. I'm here. No. Johnny, it was not Ms. Mulroy. It was Mr. Crap. Because Johnny and I went to the same school. Old dude, white hair, ran FBLA. Come on, help me out, Johnny.
Oh yeah, we got some people. We got some. He froze, lost Chip, lost you.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm here. I'm
back.
here. Not Mr. Payne. Not Mr. Payne. Nope.
But you know the 2-finger method. Just boom, like the boom, 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 boom.
But again, I took a keyboarding class, and I tell my students all the time, I say it was the best class I ever took. Crap, what was the dude's name? I'm totally blanking on it.
All right, let's get some of these takes going then. So while you think about it.
So while I think about it. So some of the takes that I was convinced on, and again, I have good takes. I'm a pretty educated sports guy. The great thing about sports podcasts like this is we're able to have conversations and we learn from what we learned, right?
You don't know what you don't know.
I feel like someone who will be like, you know what? Hey, I was wrong about that. A lot of people are not in our business and what we do.
Facts.
So take that I had back in the day was that.
Do you say the truth?
Yes, I try to. When I fall on a sword, I fall on it hard. You know what I mean? One of the things that I was convinced of is that EJ Manuel was going to be a great quarterback.
Okay, can I be honest about this? I cannot talk about this because I know EJ.
Okay.
So I will not speak on EJ. I think EJ's.
I was so pissed off that the Eagles didn't take him. I look back and I go, whoa.
Well, it couldn't have been worse than anybody else you guys had. Let's be honest. The quarterback factory.
I thought that he was going to be a really good quarterback, and I was wrong.
I think. Can I be honest about EJ? I think with EJ coming out of Florida State, I think that the type of style, the type of offense they had, Jimbo kind of set him up to fail because we thought he was going to be maybe Jameis or something similar to Jameis, but he wasn't, or we got spoiled and kind of and he was a different quarterback than that. I think he's more of a Cam Newton than that type of guy. I think he could run the ball. I think he was a bigger guy. He reminds me so much of Taj Boyd at Clemson, and it kind of it irks me a lot because like I wanted so much better for EJ. Like I really did. When he went to the Bills, I wanted so much. I wanted it too, but it was never there. Yeah.
I also just kind of out of like wanting to see the world burn, wanted to see Johnny Manziel do big things.
Did you?
Just to watch the world burn.
I don't know if it would have burned though. He's just Baker Mayfield before Baker Mayfield. That's it.
True. Watching a lot of my takes are quarterback related because I tend to know the position decently. One of my bad takes, but unproven takes because we still don't know.
Okay.
Was when I was watching USC beat up on Penn State in a bowl game all those years ago. Dude who went to the Jets. I can't remember his name right now. And then now he's a Panther.
Butt fumble guy?
No, not
Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold. I was like, yo, Sam Darnold is going to be a stud in this league. It's unproven. But he had mastered a profession. Well, he's got a new chance now over there.
No, he doesn't.
Prove it there. He doesn't prove it.
He's already done there. Like he's already done.
He's nice. He's still there.
But he's not the guy. Like they've already said, I live here. Like I'm telling you, like he's not the guy.
But what I'm saying is, again, watching him manipulate a professional style offense, I was convinced that he was going to do great things.
As we learn now, Gator
in the house, whatever.
Hey,
Deion Jordan was going to be a cornerstone 3-4 pass rusher. I wanted him bad. Thank God Miami jumped and we got Lane Johnson. That's, again,
good take. Bad take, good take.
Here was a good take that I had. Greg Oden was going to be a failure in the NBA.
He's LeBron's grandfather. Like, what do you guys want from him? Like, he's someone's grandfather.
Dude looked old before old looked old.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you. That's why you've never seen LeBron's father, and you've only seen Greg Oden for short periods of time. You see what LeBron did to Delonte West. Like, he just ruined his career. Imagine if he knew that Greg Oden was his granddad. Like, or Greg Oden could be his father. Benjamin Button situation.
Those are some of my takes, but I got to share this one. Okay, so this is the big one.
Oh, God.
You ready?
Yep.
This did not age well. But 8 years ago, the Sixers are morons. Just took another big man with lower body issues. Bynum was a fail. Nerlens Noel sat out a year. Joel Embiid, not a smart move.
Okay. Can I defend you for a second? You are my homie.
Because it's not necessarily totally unproven.
No. Did it age well? It didn't age well. It aged more like cheese, that stuff, like the bad cheese, not like the not like blue cheese. It aged like shitty cheese. Like it just so
like from under cheese?
Because from under, yeah. So Bynum was a fail. Noel clearly was a fail.
Nerlens Noel was a fail. Jahlil Okafor was a fail. We kept taking these dudes that had to sit.
And then on top of it, in the beginning of this, Joel Embiid was a fail because he got hurt every year.
He had to sit 2 years.
And he hasn't really played but 2 playoffs. He only played like 70 games out of 300 and something. Like I looked it up one time because I was talking about Joel. I think now we can kind of sit back and say, okay, well, maybe he's the caliber. But if you're looking at hardware alone, like he doesn't have it. So
he doesn't.
We're not really – you're not wrong, but you're not right.
I'm not wrong, but like I should have been more pissed that the Sixers took Ben Simmons.
In hindsight, yes.
And he sat out a year.
Well, you took Markelle Fultz and he never played. So, like, let's just be honest. Like, neither one of those guys is really as bad as Markelle Fultz. Like, that's still like the joke that keeps on giving. So let's be real. And you didn't take Embiid at number 1, did you?
He was 3.
Yeah, but you didn't take him at number 1. You took Markelle Fultz at 1, I think.
Yeah, Fultz was a 1.
Ben Simmons was what?
He was a 1, wasn't he? Maybe a 2.
So wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. So for like 4 years straight, you got a top first round draft pick.
Hold on. Yeah, it was the process.
I know. Like I get the process thing. I get that.
All right, so here we go.
Let's look it up.
Tyrese Maxey was the 21st pick.
Best pick of all time for the Sixers. Outside of Allentown.
Mikal Bridges was number 10.
And they traded him for a bag of Skittles.
Yep. Landry Shamet was 26.
Landry Shamet's actually decent. Believe it or not.
We did draft an Antetokounmpo, just cost us.
Which he's now got rings.
Yep. Markelle Fultz was number 1 in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Simmons was number 1 in 2016.
Damn.
Okafor was 3 in 2015.
Okafor was nice at Duke, though. I got to give him that. He was nice.
Embiid was 3 in
Kansas
in 14. Elfrid Payton was number 10 in 2014.
Who?
Elfrid Payton, dude with the hair.
Yeah, got hair.
Plays for the Magic.
Don't know anybody that plays for the Magic. That's what they send you when you want to die.
You would know Elfrid Payton if you saw him.
And Matisse is also a bust too.
Jeremy Grant was a 2nd round pick.
He's actually decent though.
He just got a huge deal.
Yeah, is it in Orlando?
I think so.
It's somewhere you go to die.
Yeah. Michael Carter Williams was number 11.
Don't even know who he is for real. I couldn't pick
He
him out.
He was our rookie of the year.
Couldn't pick him out of a lineup.
Yes, you could. Stop it. You know basketball.
I do, but I can't pick him out of a lineup.
Yes, you could, because the dude looked dumb as hell.
Evan Turner, number 2.
We know Nikolai Vucevic. Sure, he was 16.
He was a baller, though.
Evan Turner, number 2. Drew Holiday, 17. Like,
We've had some good picks, but you haven't kept those guys.
Bates, Thaddeus Young. We had Daquan Cook. Like, we had some players. Lou Williams, Andre Iguodala, who's a Hall of Famer.
Lou Will is a man, and so is Iggy.
My problem is
AI, this number one pick of all time.
Right. Like, I'm not going to keep going down that, but like my problem is that this team right now, getting rid of Danny Green, now has a starting lineup of Embiid, Thibault, Tobias,
Oh, God.
Maxey, and no, it's 5, right? Embiid, Tobias, Thibault, Maxey,
And Curry.
when he comes back. Yep.
He's not coming back. Dude, biggest sham of all. We thought this guy was going to come make a blockbuster deal. Got us a 57-year-old James Harden for top price. And he gave away 6 of our players.
So
And
those
got
are a
us
couple
Paul
bad
Millsap.
takes.
Oh, and we got Paul Millsap.
We drafted Paul Millsap.
Y'all drafted him and then you got him back?
We drafted Paul Millsap.
When?
We didn't draft Paul Millsap.
No, I said you got Paul Millsap in the deal with Harden.
Oh shit! Yeah, who cares?
It was a
Portland. That's right. Thank you, Adam.
Oh, did go to Portland. He is, and Portland's got a chance. They just got somebody.
Jeremy Crane.
No, they got somebody else. Like Portland got somebody. Oh, I saw this thing about maybe Durant going to Portland to help Dame Time.
Where careers would go to die.
Portland is not that bad as you think. I would play in Portland.
Give me one of your worst takes that you put on paper.
Oh, did I put it on wax?
Yeah.
Man. I haven't been wrong that very much. And it's always something like I get in my emotions. Oh, that I would take Clemson to win the first game against Georgia. It was in a landslide victory. Like I had picked that. That was recent, and that was one of that. It bit me straight in the rectum, like not in the butt cheeks, in the rectum. It went straight at me, and we just kept losing. Like just kept getting kicked.
Johnny, this is facts. Letting Jimmy Butler walk is the move we will look back on that destroyed the process and prevented us from winning anything. I 1,000% agree.
He's not wrong. So let's
this is the truest tweet of the night.
He's not wrong. And
I
think Jimmy Butler.
I look at this draft, and there was nothing in this draft that was worthwhile to me.
You know what really hurt them in that Jimmy situation? Because Jimmy slandered them so bad when he left.
Mm-hmm.
Like he just was like, "Hey, like listen, like you guys are trash. Like I'm leaving." And that said more about the organization than anything positive that Embiid could ever do, unless he wins a championship. And because they just haven't been able to get over the hump, even with Jimmy, they weren't able to get over the hump. Jimmy hasn't been able to get over the hump either. So it's not like these guys are doing something special. Jimmy's gotten out the second round, so
Jimmy got to the championship, so
twice
by himself, by his damn self.
Well, he's got PJ Tucker.
Shut you.
All I'm saying is listen to what I'm saying. Like people are hyping up PJ Tucker as if he helped a team in the finals to do anything.
It's bad. I do not want any part of PJ Tucker.
You know you love that guy.
All right, let's shenanigan and work our way out of here.
Let's get it.
So rapid fire shenanigan. First off, I need to know rank them 1 to 3. Steve Nash, Tony Parker, John Stockton.
For me, it's the TP for me, number 1. 2 is Steve Nash, and then Stockton is last.
Okay. Stockton is 1 for me.
Wow. How?
Stockton is 1 for me. Dude was an assist machine. He made every player around him better. He turned Greg Ostertag into a stud.
Greg Ostertag was never a stud, and that's why they lost
Tony Parker.
2 straight series.
Tony Parker played with the Twin Towers. Tony Parker played with Kawhi Leonard. Tony Parker played with Manu Ginobili.
Tony Parker has like 5 rings.
I get it. And Stockton has 0.
0.
But those teams would have won even if Tony Parker wasn't the point guard.
I don't know if they would have. Tony Parker played an intricate role. He averaged like 20-something points. TP's the man. He made up his own move.
I know. And John Stockton isn't he the NBA all-time career leader in assists?
I don't think anymore. I think Chris Paul's obliterated his record.
Okay. Nash. I think Nash is always kind of flashy. He was fun, like when he was hanging out with Amari Stoudemire, like the dunk contest and stuff like that. So for me, it goes Stockton, Parker, Nash.
I'm gonna give Nash the second one because Nash had made some noise on those teams. He did the same thing that John Stockton did. Got there and couldn't win.
I agree. This is one of my favorite shenanigans I got to share.
Shenanigans.
Ben Simmons has come out and said it's going to be scary. Ben Simmons on playing with KD and Kyrie, even though he probably will not be playing with either of them.
If he does play with them, if he's anywhere near decent, it will be scary. He's just has to do. If he's anywhere near decent. Listen, we haven't seen this guy outside at a normal event with anybody from the Nets until recently, and he was out with the owner. So
are they building around him? Because that's the best way to do it. Yeah. Ha 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 ha.
I'm with you, Johnny. I'm with you. I'm just saying in the rare event that like they figure this shit out this offseason, it could be real. And then, people get mad at Ben being a bitch, but you guys got Harden and he's not much better. So
he's an old bitch.
He's the mother.
He's the grandmother bitch.
Yeah, he's like the old one. At least when Ben comes, he'll probably be able to run.
I want Harden to be successful and I want him to be the missing piece, but I just don't think he is.
No.
And I don't know if they can't win with Harden, Embiid is not going to win a title.
Do you blow it up?
No. You have to have Embiid be your centerpiece the whole.
This is big, Adam.
That's why I'm right.
Stockton, Jason Kidd, and Chris Paul. I had Chris Paul in there. I did have him in there. Chris Paul's still playing too, so he has a chance to catch him. So.
But John Stockton is the best point guard of all time.
I don't think so. I can't say that. Not in good faith.
I look at him, and again, you play the position, so maybe you have a different perspective, but I look at the position and go, you have to be a facilitator before anything else.
So I wouldn't put him above Magic Johnson.
No. Magic Johnson changed the game.
Right. So Magic Johnson's a point guard. So yeah.
Is he? Because I watched the Showtime series.
You can watch what you want. He's a point guard. Like we saw multiple times. He ran the break. Like anytime you run the break, constantly bring the ball up, constantly you're the point guard. Like we're doing this positionless basketball stuff now, and it's got people like.
Can I say that Stockton is the greatest traditional point guard of all time?
Pete Maverick is the most traditional.
Point guard. There you go. Stockton's pretty good. Best football movie of all time.
Ooh, what are my options here? All right,
it's tough to see, but your options are American Underdog, which is the Kurt Warner one, which I watched, which was okay. Rudy, Remember the Titans, Friday Night Lights, the movie, The Longest Yard, original.
Yeah. The
Game Plan, Draft Day, Varsity Blues, Any Given Sunday, or other.
Ooh. So for me, it's the Willie Beeman for me. You know what I'm saying?
I love that movie.
I love Willie Beeman, dude. He cut a car in half with a chainsaw. He legit did that. You don't remember that part there at the party? He comes down and cuts.
I do.
That's thugging. Al Pacino was great in that movie. Come on, brother. You gotta give me some. That's cinematic genius. I'm down with it. He makes the speech about the chariots.
Yes, Mike is correct here. The greatest is The Waterboy.
He says the funniest.
As far as funny goes, because my mama says that. My mama says that. That's my favorite movie of all time.
Now, there's a second good movie on there.
Okay,
really, really good. And if you want to win, you better put Booby in. Let Booby spin. You know what I'm saying?
I gotta tell you, I did not enjoy the Friday Night Lights movie at all.
Why?
I think it's the Billy Bob for me.
What? Monster Ball, Billy Bob.
All right, so we all watch Monster Ball for one reason. Come on now.
Halle Berry was getting.
Yeah. Johnny, I agree. The underrated football movie is definitely The Program. That's a great one.
What's the most controversial sports movie you ever watched? This is a good one.
Most controversial sports movie I've ever watched.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, I'm coming out of left field on this one.
Oh shit.
It's
I'm getting nervous.
They both came out at the same time. They were both like kids' movies. It was Rookie of the Year and
That's the most controversial?
where the kid manages the twins.
That's controversial to you.
Because all the sports movies are supposed to have happy endings. And there's Ken Griffey Jr. robbing a home run that would have won the Twins the pennant.
Dude, first of all, it's Ken Griffey Jr., so if anybody's going to rob you, it might as well be him.
But they use all like the actual Major League Baseball players. Like that was clutch for me.
Yeah, but I said the most controversial. So if that's
What do you guys?
controversial,
I mean, look, The Program is a very controversial movie.
it is. That's why I said that.
There was also the one with the Texas where the girls, Kathy Ireland is the kicker for the Texas Green or Big Green.
I have two that I'm going to blow your mind with. First
Not
of all,
League of Their Own. League of Their Own is excellent though. By the way, she was definitely saved because she dropped the ball.
okay, facts.
But I will say that by today's baseball rules, Kit would be ejected for running into the catcher.
Wow. Okay. Well, now we're playing touch football now. We're tagging it up. So I'm going to go with Glory Road. Very controversial.
I love that movie.
Glory, they go into the places to eat. They're getting like beat up. They're
kicked out of them. Yeah.
They're getting beat up. They're beating up dudes. You know what I'm saying? That was a rough one for me, controversially. And then I would say the second one is Blue Chips, because that was my first time actually seeing money change hands between players and in like organizations or schools. So the program is on that same level. So that's why I said which is the most controversial. So yeah, that's where we're at.
My best football movie on this list for me is Remember the Titans, hands down.
Strong side. That would be us. Chippy, that'd be me and you.
Yo, it would be us.
Any 30 for 30 is controversial. So yes, that's all.
Can't you see? He's my brother.
You can't see the family resemblance? Yeah, that's us.
Would you include documentaries? Probably not. Probably not. As far for movies,
I would. And you know what? Because The U was a good one. And Some versus Convicts, Crooks versus Convicts or whatever. That's a good one. And if you must be real, my favorite 30 for 30 is the Benji story. The story about Benji. I can't remember his last name, but Benjamin.
Gridiron Gang should make this list.
Really? All right, I'm down with that. I'll buy it for a penny.
Yeah, Mike, I agree that Remember the Titans is one of the best Disney movies ever. I'm
a little partial to this movie, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there.
Okay.
So the movie they just came out with a couple years ago with the Clemson football player, Ray McElrathbey, great movie. If you haven't seen it on Disney Plus, it's a great movie. And that's at the time I was actually in school when he was there, so that was
cool.
So that's a really good movie. I don't know how factual it is, but it could probably be very factual because the coach they have depicted is Dabo, so they have Dabo depicted in that movie. He's a very Southern gentleman. Final shenan.
Let's
go.
You got to choose a trio.
Dang, homie.
Row A is Jonathan Taylor, Deebo Samuel, and Patrick Mahomes. Row B is Christian McCaffrey, Justin Jefferson, and Lamar Jackson. Row C is Derrick Henry, Jamar Chase, and Josh Allen. Row D, Najee Harris, Cooper Kupp, and Justin Herbert.
It's easy for me, bro.
I think it's pretty easy personally as well.
I'm going to go with C.
So am I.
Dude, you have an unstoppable force, a kid that can't be guarded in Jamar Chase, and a guy that can run and throw. So, yeah, I'm going to take that guy. Christian McCaffrey, the middle row is like dudes that may not play because they may get hurt. Like Christian McCaffrey is probably going to miss the whole season. Lamar Jackson may be out.
I just think, like, if you're Justin Jefferson, you're not getting to catch a pass.
Yeah, because he's going to be he's going to run.
And if you're row D, if you are Najee Harris, you're never running the ball.
Oh, yeah, they're going to toss that mug around the field.
So now it's between A and C. It's close for me because Jonathan Taylor, in my opinion, is the best running back in football currently.
You think he's better than King Henry?
I do.
I'm not sure about that, bub.
Let me put it this way. I think longevity-wise, Jonathan Taylor is going to have a longer career than Derrick Henry because of usage.
Well, Jonathan, didn't he just score like 7 touchdowns the other time in the game?
He also
You
had
think his
Carson
usage
Wentz.
is- yeah, but his usage is like more. So don't you think that'd be the opposite? Because like they both run the ball a crap ton of times.
They do. Yeah, Max is saying C. Adam is saying C. Johnny's saying C.
I just don't see how you can say because Derrick Henry is built like a brick shit house. So
he is, but the problem is that their offense is totally one-dimensional, whereas the Colts, I think that they are going to be an improved team with Matt Ryan at quarterback.
I don't. Did we not forget that Matt Ryan literally gave a game away? Like
He
a Super
did.
Bowl game.
He did.
That's still
But
the
it
same
also
guy.
wasn't necessarily him. The defense had to choke in that game too.
That's fine, but you were up. You got spotted 20-something points, and you still let somebody come in.
This is why Rossi is it.
Yeah, it's going to be. It's going to
Jamar
be
Chase is
disrespectful.
quickly one of the top 5 receivers in football, better than your boy,
Who?
your Steelers boy, who's one of the
Clay?
top 3 football. Who's
Who,
one
Clay?
of the top 3 receivers in football? If you ask him,
You should ask. He should say that if you ask him.
Jamar. All right, so wait, let me ask you this.
Oh God, here we go.
Okay, looking at just I'm not counting Debo because Debo's a glorified running back.
He's a running back.
Justin Jefferson or Chase Claypool?
Justin Jefferson or Chase Claypool?
Yeah.
In my opinion, I'm actually gonna take Claypool, bro. Claypool had like 8 touchdowns in the game, bro. The same argument that you're making for Jonathan Taylor, you can make for Claypool. He had 7
Look
touchdowns in
who
the
he
game.
has throwing him the ball.
Now, small hands, but we don't know what he's gonna be though.
Correct. That's why you
And
can't say he's a top 3 receiver. All right, Jamar Chase or Chase Claypool?
Jamar Chase or Chase Claypool?
Mhm.
Jamar Chase. He's got Joe Burrow throwing on the ball. They're best friends.
Cooper Kupp or Chase Claypool?
Cooper Kupp.
Okay, so right there, going back to our argument from last week, which said Chase Claypool was a top 3 receiver in the NFL, according to Chase Claypool. 2 of the 3 guys on this list, we can agree we would take over Chase Claypool.
These are also top receivers, though. Like these
That's
are the guys I
before we
take
get
over.
into Devontae Adams. That's before we get into Devontae Smith. That's before we get into CeeDee Lamb. That's before we get into you name it.
I'm not taking CeeDee Lamb. I'm not taking Devontae Smith.
Stephon Diggs
I'm not taking Stephon Diggs either.
over Chase Claypool.
No,
Yeah,
he's old. He's getting older, and he's not as dynamic as he was.
How do you mind? Tyreek Hill or Chase Claypool?
Tyreek Hill, that thing's coming to him because in some games he just disappears. So like I can't
agree.
go with it.
I agree.
So it's
Yeah,
But I
I
will
think
say
Adams is going to take a massive step backwards. I agree.
me too. And I think that's why I said about Devontae Adams. I'm not sure. I think the next wave of receivers, if you want my honest opinion, I think the next wave is honestly Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, Cooper Kupp, Chase Claypool. And it's all dependent on Trubisky.
AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, all these guys.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm still taking Claypool over AJ Brown only because he just hasn't done it consistently enough, and it's been hit or miss. But with this team, that's all I keep saying about. I'm going back to this Eagles thing. With this team being more improved, now you can't just key on Devontae Smith. He's going to get your second best corner now, and I think he can win those battles.
Max, the Claypool hype is coming from
Claypool.
Last week, Chase Claypool said that Chase Claypool is one of the top 3 receivers in football.
Chase Claypool said, "I am Chase Claypool, and I am better than I'm a top 3 receiver." And honestly, I don't.
I will not be accepting questions at this time.
Listen, and on top of that, he said it with so much confidence, it felt like T.O.
And he got ripped apart.
But would you? Okay, so let's be real. If you're a quarterback, would you want a receiver say, "Hey, I'm top 40"? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a top 40 receiver.
No, but you want your play to do the talking.
He just said it out loud. That's all he did. He can
He
still
didn't
go
need
out there and
to.
mess him up. He can still go. Dude, there's not name 3 receivers that have had more than 4 touchdowns in a game.
So he had a good game. Travis Fulgham had a good game. Everyone bought into the Travis Fulgham hype.
Listen, Travis Fulgham was better than JJ Ortega-Whiteside, and you guys got rid of him. So yeah, like that's not saying a whole lot. The question with me is, I think that Chase Claypool has another gear. I think that he can get to the next level. I think he had an old quarterback.
Think he has another gear except for the fact, DeAndre Hopkins.
He's going to miss 7 games. So Hopkins is out. He's going to miss 7 games. He's not going to be at the top.
I think that if Chase Claypool had a second gear, he should have used it when he had a Hall of Fame quarterback. He's got small hands. He's got Trubisky, and he's got concussed head boy.
Can we be real about this? The Hall of Fame quarterback that you are speaking of caught Chase Claypool at the end of his career. It was like sad watching that. It was like you watch a guy
turned Hines Ward into what he turned him into. He turned Antonio Brown into what he turned him into.
Do you think that's
Juju into what he turned him into?
Juju got turned into who he got turned into because he had Antonio Brown. Just like we're going to watch Devontae Smith turn into a stud this year. So we're going to watch a lot of this. I think Chase Claypool can be the number 1 guy. I really do. I think he's the number 1 receiver on that team. He showed that he can catch after this. He's big. He's a physical. And somebody's saying they want to take CeeDee Lamb, but like I haven't seen CeeDee Lamb do anything in a big game yet. So I
would take CeeDee Lamb over Chase Claypool right now.
I don't think I could in good faith.
I think only because going into this season, I trust Dak Prescott over any quarterback that the Steelers roll out.
I'm going to be real with you. And I remember how mad I was at the beginning, but I've been doing a lot of research. And I'd venture to say that even if Trubisky's not ready to go, I think Kenny Pickett with the small hands is ready to play. I didn't think that at first, but I'm starting to think roll Kenny out there one time. He's the best. He's better than Rudolph, and we won games with Rudolph. So we got to do like, come on, bro. You got hit with a helmet, and we still rolled him out. Dude,
now his teammate's one of the dudes who jumped him.
Exactly. So like all I'm saying is, let's just be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. I think let's shelf this. This could end up being a bad take for me, but let's shelf it. Let's say I'm gonna take Claypool, and let's see where the chips may fall.
People don't forget. I remember.
And
yeah, Adam, we know Kenny Pickett will play this year, but he should not start this season.
This is how his hands look when he's throwing the football.
Take my strong hand.
Take my strong hand. He can't even get in the grooves. No homo.
All right. Sponsors, Statement Games, fun free twist on fantasy sports. Check them out. Make sure you are checking out the atsportsnetwork.com/shop. New designs are in there. Symbol, the stock market for sports. Vinny's Pizza and Stuff to the Grills, both located in the Old Town Shopping Center. We got stufftothegrills.com and vinny'spizzapa.com. Remember, we are currently running a promotion. Once we hit 1,000 YouTube subscribers, we are giving away a signed Brian Dawkins poster.
I want
so make sure you're checking. I know, so make sure you guys do that.
I want it.
And there's that.
Because Brian Dawkins is not only an Eagle. You know, I'm the resident Steagles fan on this network.
He's the GOAT Eagle.
I've been here for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I would say that I've pioneered some things here.
Sure.
And I've started a new saying, it's Steagles or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't put the two together and make a good team yet. So, let's do it.
So just so you know, Wednesday night on the weekly report, we are counting down our top 10 Eagles of all time. Not the guys we necessarily like. Johnny, see, it's funny you said that. The Wednesday show that we're doing, we are doing our top 10 Eagles of all time.
Can I do mine since I'm going to be on the show with you?
Sure. Give me your top 10 Eagles of all time.
Number 1, Brian Dawkins.
Agreed.
Number 2, Donovan McNabb.
Whoa.
He's the best quarterback you guys have ever had, period. Warren Moon. No.
Randall Cunningham.
Sorry. My bad, guys. Black dude, played quarterback. Sorry. Don't stone me, guys. Don't stone me. I'm giving McNabb. I'll take McNabb. I'll take T.O. I'll take the low-hanging fruit. This is not going to be no one's going to like this answer. I'm going to go ahead and take. This is going to suck. I'm going to say it. The Shady McCoy.
Okay.
Taking Shady.
You're forgetting Reggie White, so continue.
No, I know Reggie White, but I think about Reggie White. I think about Carolina Panthers because I'm from Carolina, so I forget sometimes. Reggie White is definitely in there. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and break somebody's heart real quick. You ready for me to do this?
Okay.
JJ take a white side.
Okay, all right, that's the show. That's it. We've been great.
It was worth it.
So again, Wednesday show, we're gonna be doing this with Johnny, myself, Mike.
Anyone
Oh,
else?
Jason Kelsey too. Dang, I forgot about Jason Kelsey. But what about JJ and Target Whiteside? Why are we all getting mad about JJ? Like, he's still here. Will he be cut this year? That's the better question.
No, he's tight end too.
All right, let's end the show on that. Let's do it. Click it. Hit the
Peace
button.
out. Bye, guys. Make sure